Rolling, rolling, rolling with the flow. Mark Chestnut, Kicks 105.5. Good morning. It is 7:47. And as he does, he comes and annoys me every Wednesday. Mike
Sans
Barrett.
coffee, too. Yeah.
So I actually had a call just before you walked in the door, brother. And the young man wanted to know some information, and he was one of those, shy to get on the telephone or come see you in person. And he thought, well, I can just pass this on to Sean, and Sean will pass it on to you. So here is my question, third party. Is it cheaper if you have studded or winter tires and things such as electric seatbelts that come across automatically on your insurance?
No.
Okay.
No.
There's the simple answer.
It's a very good question. The when it comes to auto insurance, the companies do have some different types of crediting, but the most common, the most uniform credits for an auto policy would include passive restraint, which of course would be seatbelt airbags, anti-lock brakes. Some companies give you credit for daytime running lights. Passive or active alarm to keep the car from being stolen, or at least try to prevent the vehicle from being stolen. So those are the biggest things. Some companies for a little while were giving a hybrid credit. I've kind of seen that go away. So that's really the nuts and bolts of the crediting available for a vehicle.
Since a lot of cars are hybrid nowadays.
Right. You're basically just giving the credit.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the most common.
I had a club. I don't know if you remember those. Giant red clubs.
Yeah.
And, you had to clack, 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 stick it on the wheel, clack, 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 tighten it, do like that. And then a friend of mine actually took some Freon and a hammer and broke it off my steering wheel. And I was like, well, that is not
I've been doing
safe.
this for how long? And how dare you?
But Rottweilers, I'm saying that's the cheapest route to go for me. No one's stealing your car. Just pack it full of 5 or 6 full-grown Rottweilers. So what do you got going on? I know that the weather has probably created some home things like bursted pipes. You deal with that a lot.
We do. We haven't seen that yet. That more commonly happens when there's a long stretch of this type of weather.
Not like -6, then 22 in the afternoon, -6.
Yeah, when it kind of fluctuates like this, yes, it can happen, but it's not all that common. I just got, let's see. Okay, I just got a text. Nothing big.
Okay.
But when there's a sustained period of sub-zero temps, then yeah, certainly you get the frozen plumbing. Last year, one of the big things that we saw a lot of was ice damming on the roofs. I don't know
what that means.
Ice
damming.
Ice damming.
It's where it gets blocked up. I'm assuming the word damming.
So down towards the eaves, you start to see some buildup of ice, and then some pooling of water can occur on those warmer days. Where you see some melting above the ice dam, but the water has nowhere to go because of the ice dam.
Okay.
So where does it go? The point of least resistance, which usually is any
in the house,
any soft point in the roof, any compromised area, and it comes right into the house through the walls, and that's something that can happen. So that's why we always advise people, to the best of your ability, keep your roofs clean.
I've actually seen the gutters where they go, rock solid full of ice, and then they start to come off of the house.
Yeah.
I've got something similar to that on a barn area.
I saw that too on the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation when he got really mad, and it went through Louise Dreyfus's what her name there? Went through her home.
This is real.
That big rocket of ice came through.
I'm trying to have a serious interview here, man.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Barrett Insurance Agency. Mike Barrett joins me, and we do this every Wednesday at 7:50. We talk about things that will help you prevent issues, and really that is the main goal. We don't want to be here for you if something goes horribly awry, although Mike is. We try to prevent that. So preventative rather than reactive.
Right. I mean, through the contract, there are expectations set forth for both parties, to mitigate loss, to do your best. So certainly taking the proper basic steps of keeping a clean chimney when you're burning wood, to having proper clearance when you put the wood stove in, to burning seasoned wood, keeping your roof clear, things like that. 2 stories in the news today about fires that were actually from stoves. People didn't clean out their flues, or I'm not exactly sure how chimneys work. Chimney sweepers, is that still a thing? Oh, gosh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Really a good idea, at least once a year, to have your chimney inspected. Because
I haven't seen a guy walking around with Mary Poppins like chimney, chim, to-do. But I'm sure there is somebody's walking around town right now.
I'll tell you right now, you be that guy on the roof up here on a day like today, you ain't going chimney.
No.
You got some other things you're saying. But
Start the fire with me in the chimney.
But it's good, especially if we have the masonry lines or the terracotta line masonry chimneys, the brick chimneys. It's possible for maybe you could have a fire of any kind, like a chimney fire that you're just not even necessarily fully aware of. Maybe a small little element that happened, and next thing you know, you get a crack, but you don't know about it. So it's a good idea every year to have your chimney taken a look at, because it's very possible could be some cracks. And can you imagine if a chimney fire took place and it cracked the chimney? It's going to go right to the organic materials and be a real big problem. So.
Well, if you have some questions about your vehicle, your coverage, your house, you cover a slew of things. And anytime that you want, Mike is actually available to talk absolutely free of charge for a consultation. Yeah. He's located conveniently here in St. Johnsbury. Information to get in contact with him is?
Sure. So it's myself, my wife, Jennifer, who's the co-owner of the office. You can call either one of us. We also have Kim, who's Jen's mom. That's how crazy I am.
Do they make you say that when you come down? You're like, and I'm just a small cog in a very large machine owned by my wife and my mother-in-law.
No, my mother-in-law doesn't own it. She's an employee.
Oh, she's an employee.
Yeah, the
of
reviews
your
are
wife,
very
not you.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to you about your performance. And then she gives you that look. Forget about it. Let's go have breakfast. I'll buy.
Well, Christmas is coming, so you had a wonderful year. Wonderful year. But we also have our relatively newcomer, Gary, who's getting licensed. And so we got 4 folks down there, and we would love to hear from you. So you can give us a call at 748-5224. Visit our Facebook page, Barrett Insurance Agency. We've recently done some modifications to our website. More to come in the year, but we did some minor ones. You can check it out at thebarrettagency.com.
So you're saying on the new website, easier to access our archived hilarious material here on Kicks 105.5 that we talk about?
Yes.
Do I look skinnier on the new website? I'm just asking.
There's no picture of you, so
okay.
Yes, you look wonderful.
There's no picture of me, man. We got to talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But new photos of all of us, so you can check out my ugly mug on there too. So.
Photoshop. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot, Mike, for joining us, and we'll talk to you next Wednesday.
Thank you, sir.